Jacob here, welcome to DangerVille. Without a doubt, one of the scenes that's going to stand out the most in Jurassic World Rebirth is the boat attack scene with the 3 Spinosaurus and the Mosasaurus. So much of this scene clearly taking inspiration from Jaws and other iconic ocean attack scenes from cinema history, it's easy to see why this is going to be a memorable moment. But one thing about this is just not adding up. If these animals are so hungry, especially the Mosasaur, why doesn't the massive creature not just think the heck with this and quickly take out one of the Spinosaurus? A meal that would be much more substantial than a tiny little human, and it's clear the Mosasaur is easily twice the size of these dinosaurs. It wouldn't be all that hard. Even with the Spinosaurus' aquatic nature, they would be no match for the animal that has to live its entire life in the water. Just like the Indominus Rex, this would be easy. But yet, the Mosasaur doesn't hunt the Spinos. Now this is a movie, so a lot of the time there doesn't need to be an explanation for ridiculous concepts. Monsterverse fans know exactly what I mean. But is this scene in particular ridiculous? That's the goal of this video to figure out. We're gonna delve into the known lore and then use real life examples to uncover why the Mosasaur might just not be wanting to make a Happy Meal out of the Spinosaurus. The boat attack scene is no doubt going to be one of those edge-of-your-seat blockbuster moments that every big action-adventure film aims to place in front of its audience. And this combination of animals on screen will be the first of its kind. But did these species ever have a chance of meeting like this in real life? Paleontological evidence states that these two species were separated by around 10 million years, give or take. However, such a short distance between the two could mean that there was a slight chance where both of these species could have been around at the same time and met. But this is a question we will likely never get an answer to, unless we find Spinosaurus fossils with Mosasaur teeth prints on their bones. For the sake of this video, let's say there was a time period where both species were around. The likelihood of them coming in contact with one another would still be very slim. Spinosaurus lived in swamps and river basins, where like crocodiles they could come up on land to rest and go to the water to hunt or escape dangers. Mosasaurs are deep ocean animals. Going on land is impossible for them, making it seem highly unlikely for these two species to meet. However, once again, just like with the crocs, maybe there would be the odd chance when the reptile would swim out of the rivers into the deep seas and oceans off the coast. And like with certain species of sharks, maybe the odd Mosasaur could come upriver from where it meets the ocean. And this is where you have to give the Jurassic World Rebirth team some credit. The area around the boat attack scene is probably one that would make the most sense for these two species to be seen together in real life, where the river meets the big water. But that still doesn't explain why the Mosasaurus doesn't just have himself some Spinosaur for lunch. To figure that out, here's a theory I threw together. You know how every once in a while a video pops up on your feed that shows the oddest of animal combinations where they both are seemingly living together in pure harmony, like they were a family or something? These situations are extremely rare and almost always come down to the same explanation: humans. Without humans helping to bring these animals together, typically right after birth or very early on in their lives, and then nurturing and training them to be okay with the fact that bro or sis looks way different to them, there's really no other way these animals would interact like this in the wild. We know that the island in Rebirth hosts the facilities in which the very first parts of dinosaur creation had began in this universe. All these dinosaurs originated here, and are either the remaining members from the early days, or their offspring. So what if the Mosasaur and the Spinosaurus were created around the same time, raised in the same enclosure or at least near one another, being able to spot the other from a distance during feeding times, or maybe even occasionally being forced to interact with one another for the sake of science? There is a very slight chance that over time, the two species would learn to associate the other with positivity, with the humans keeping them well fed and their aggressive attitudes as in check as possible. You can't rule out that maybe they would come to see themselves as a pack of sorts. They may be different, but each of their goals and lives are the same. Now, is this scenario truly accurate? It's from a movie, guys. Of course, in real life this would probably not play out like this. So the idea of a man-made symbiotic relationship between these animals is possible, or at least plausible. And even if these 4 animals in the movie aren't the originals created by the humans, that doesn't mean that those individuals did not pass on their knowledge to their offspring. Something that happens for pretty much every species that's ever been alive over time and through their amazing natural instincts. Would the occasional Spinosaurus still get attacked if food got sparse enough? Without a doubt. The added benefit of having a pack, or pod if you want to use ocean animal logic, is crucial. Perhaps the caretakers of these animals would bring whale carcasses to the enclosures from the ocean, dragging them by boats. One whale carcass would feed these animals for days. And over time, they might have learned that seeing the other species just meant a massive feast was soon to follow. Perhaps after humans first abandoned these animals, they would sniff out whale remains in the wild. Maybe they would even get brave enough to actively hunt smaller whales as a pack, all by themselves, having the Spinos wear the whale out, exhausting it to a point to where it could no longer endure or injure its attackers. And to seal the deal, the Mosasaur would come in and with one big strike, deliver the killing blow. The Spinosaurus trio didn't need to injure themselves trying to bite and latch onto the whale, and the Mosasaur didn't need to spend its precious energy reserves in chasing the whale down. It's a win-win for everyone. Now they would all be able to feast, possibly thanks to what they learned from being raised by humans right after birth and through their most impressionable years. But this is just a theory. Let me know if you agree or if you have another idea you want to share with everyone in the comments. I don't know about you, but it feels great to be able to make fun Jurassic theories again, and make sure to go check out some of our past theory videos on the channel, like my Why the Indominus Rex didn't kill the Carnotaurus during the Jurassic World incident video. It's an older video now, but a good one. And if you want some highly detailed information on the Spinosaurus and the Mosasaur from Jurassic World Rebirth, make sure to go check out Goji Center's video on the matter. Their video was used as B-roll throughout this video, and I have to give them over there a big thanks for that. I hope you enjoyed this more digestible approach to this odd relationship, and I'll see you guys in the next one.